Hey guys and gals, let's build another set. Today we have Jungle Explorer Helicopter at Base Camp by Lego City. This is set number 60437, contains 881 bricks, retails for $99.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. And yes, I get a little winded saying all that. So thank you, Lego, for sending this to me. And that's what we're going to be building here today. There's 7 bags, and looks like this one here does just accessories. Well, as you can tell, it's not evenly split or even close to it. So I'll have to figure out something what we're going to do with this here. I don't think I could do it all in one sitting. And here are the stickers. And yeah, looks like we're just putting orange on orange, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot of stickers. And in addition, you get a 32 stud long cross axle. Random bag of bricks, which is not a whole lot in there, and 7 bags that are 7 paper bags, yeah, and that kind of thing. And that's essentially what I'm going to be working on today. This is probably going to be broken down into 2 installments. Now I got to find bag 1, which usually is the last one, right there. And yeah, so we're going to be focusing on booklet 1 at the moment. Alright, well, we'll hang on to that one. But let's begin. Let's build it. And I got another batch of 9 sets coming in today. So I got to listen for the ringy of the doorbell. I got a lot more stuff coming in, and I'm trying to get a lot of this stuff done. And yeah, I do not like the way these paper bags, the little ones are. Because it's like they got them. Why couldn't you have it at the top or something? It's easier to tear. So when you get your set, make sure you really hold them up to the light. Make sure that they're fully empty. Okay, we got a brick separator, that's good. Then we got a baby chimpanzee. And we got the large ones that are missing arms. Maybe we have to put those on ourselves. And yeah, so, you know, these are pretty small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce the camera closer here. Because, well, I'm trying to get it as close as I can so you can see what I'm doing. I've been watching a lot of my older stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I need to fix it up a little bit. And yes, it's the camera's jiggling around, I'm sorry. Alrighty. So, we are going to be starting off with the chimpanzee or orangutan gorilla, and you got to put his arms on. It's like it's just a Technic brick, or a Technic pin actually. I think I got that on backwards. It doesn't tell you which one's left or right. Before I push that all the way in, I'm going to get the other one here and make sure. This one shows knuckles here on the left one, or on my left. Yeah, so this, if you're putting these in and you're not sure, that's how they're supposed to be. Okay, and now I can commit to it. So, yeah, I mean, he can even climb trees too. And then they put the baby one we just found on here. If I can get it on there. There we go. Isn't that cool? Sorry, I would run the floodlight, but I'm sending more videos up again. It's been review after review after review. Ooh. Those would make great lemons. Okay, that's a new piece. I haven't seen that before. Okay. So, this color here I could use for other, like terrain, especially 4x6 plates and stuff. So it looks like this set's got some goodies. Ooh, a nice slope. It's in transparent light blue. I can use that. And here's one of these jumper plates. I don't think I've seen a whole lot of these in light blue. I've seen them in dark blue though. So if you're just tuning in, you just discovered this channel, this is what I do on here. I do reviews on sets while I'm building them. And then on my main channel, the link is in the description or on the profile page for the more condensed version. The review portions are the same, but that one has the intro and unboxing of the set. These are just focusing on the builds. And so it looks like we're starting off with the chimpanzee or the orangutan or whatever he is, and then we're starting on some kind of water. Maybe it's a watering hole. We don't know. I don't know. So here's some things. I'm just starting to wrap up this year's stuff in building guide form. And once I get all that wrapped up, I'm going to start working back on the Michael Myers house, building instructions, getting that going. It's rough. The rough guide is done. The parts list is, I haven't written the parts list up formally yet, but it's there, and I need to get it going. So once I get that going, that's going to be my grand finale for the summer, is getting that done. I really like to get done with all the big stuff for you guys and gals and get it prepared. My hands are a bit rough today. I have a blister on my palm. I was using the shovel, a flat shovel without gloves, and yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I was trying to be extra careful because the shovel's handle is just very splintery. So what I'm going to do after I get all this done and do my daily work chores, I'm going to take the shovel, I'm going to sand it down, the handle down, and just put a coat of paint on it. Some primer and some paint. Just so I can grab the handle and not the top of it so I don't get splinters all over myself. Yeah. So I'm hoping this is pretty much the right size. Once that video's uploaded, I'll be fine. And I'm just trying to get things done here today, guys and gals. I'd like to at least start working on finishing up my builds. I got to get the campground thing done. I think I already have a way I'm going to do it. I may work a little bit on it in between sessions, reviews. Here's the problem though with this. After this one I have 4 more sets to review. Then I have another 9 that are coming in. That's like 13 more. Yeah, these are not small sets. They're not small at all. It's not like they're a poly bag. I could do all the poly bags in one day and be done with it. No, these are big sets, so I'm going to have to really step up my game and get them done. You know, so the campground, that information, the outdoor thing may not even happen this year. That's kind of sad. I was trying to get as much done as I can, and then my schedule went to a turd in May. May was not a very happy month for me because my dad's passing, and now I got to deal with this. Oh, imagine that all happened during tax season. Ooh, yuck. You know, I would not be getting done with work for a while. I would actually have to take time off of Lego and work to get caught up on that. That's not too fun. And then these are hard to put in. Take a brick, stick it in there and push it down like this. And you can get those piles in there. Little fingers probably not have a problem, but full-grown hands, yeah, they do. And so far as this build keeping my interest, I'm going to be honest, it just feels average. I don't know, it's just, I like doing terrains and stuff. It's not too terribly bad. It's just, I looked at the jungle sets. I think the figures are cool, but I don't know, I just kind of prefer I don't know, something more cheerful. than this one here. But we got to do it. It's part of the gig. Although this is a good sample of, an introductory course into terrain building. So if you're looking on learning how to do terrains, this is the type of stuff to do it. Is these type of sets. Minecraft sets are also good for terrain. A lot of this stuff is pretty much similar at this point. So you've seen me build my terrains. This is pretty much what it is. We just start throwing parts together. Except I do mine all freehand. Oh, and by the way, if I sound all stuffed up or whiny, that's because my allergies have been flaring up. So I've been having one heck of a May. Yeah, I haven't had time to really slow down. I don't like these bamboo pieces. They're cool, but these leaf pieces can break off, so I'm very careful with these. I will never use these in a mock or a tutorial. Or tutorials definitely. Mocks maybe. Tutorials not so much, because the leaves will break off very easily. Although you could save these leaves. If they break off, they will fit in a 1.5 hole, like on the top of those leaf elements, the ones that look like a clover. And then this right here turns into a round 1x1 brick. So you're not wasting parts. So if parts break, don't just discard them. If you have reddish brown that's breaking, don't throw it away. Use it for broken boards. You're repurposing. Alright. These little leaf pieces. I've been buying so much of these little leaf pieces here. I'm overflowing on them, so I'm kind of thankful. At least I'm getting a bunch of those in my collection. Roly, roly. Oh yeah. Stepping on these little eggshell things is really fun. Especially when you're half asleep, so make sure those are always picked up off the floor. I try to keep all the Lego up off the floor. Sometimes I may miss a part. And, oh, that's not a bad idea for a flower. Stick that in there like, well, I'm going to try to. And yeah, today's a work day, so all my devices are going to go dingy dingy. It's not a bad idea for a flower. Yeah, so these videos I'm going to start calling them more as walkthroughs than just building it here. That light is starting to go bad. I'm going to take that socket out of this lamp and see if I can replace it or just put something new in here, and if it still flickers, I may try it in another lamp, and if it flickers still. But some days it works, some days it doesn't. I don't know why. It's been doing that now for almost a year, but it could be one day that this thing could go and that's it, I'm without a light, and if I got a bunch of stuff to film, yeah. So I'm going to order me a new 120 watt bulb. Yeah, you heard me correctly, but it's an LED, so it's not like I'm it's not like I'm actually pushing 120 watts. Alright. So I put these things in here like that. Yeah, just look how Lego puts their terrain together, or other builders. If you're into terrain building, there you go. And had somebody kind of trying to trash talk me the other day. Why can't you do more Lego videos? What's wrong with you? Everybody else is doing 5 or 6 a day. This is not my job. This is just a hobby. I can't just eat, sleep, and do a number 2 on Lego. I mean, this guy was getting kind of brutal. I said, well, if you're willing to pay me so much a month, I'll quit my day job and do Lego. Until then, I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing now. I didn't hear back from him. I'm hoping it's something pretty smart so I can block him. But some people are brutal about it. I'm like, why? This is just meant to be fun, you know, to assemble things. This is something that I do in my spare time. All these other guys, they try to do Lego full time to try to make a living off of it. Well, I've already got a day job. Matter of fact, I can start thinking about retiring now. I won't ever have to worry about it. But I have to work. That's pretty cool, huh? Alright. You know, this probably could be dropped into a Lego city. You know, just set this in. Like that. Okay. Yeah, my allergies are sure flaring up today. I'm like, well, yeah, I was starting to work on this one vehicle tutorial, and I used a printed tile in it. And guess what? Guess what? I didn't this program I was using, Stud, did not even have this tile. I have to draft it up on my own. So I took a picture of it. Now I just got to stick that in there. Ooh, there's a piece that I was passing up. Okay, look at this. That's a printed butterfly. Just imagine if I can get enough of these. These work good in my campground. You always see those flying around when you're camping. I seen these on Pick-a-Brick, but I never bought any of them. So I may be inclined to get a few more of those just for and that goes right in that hole right there, like that. So, yeah, this set's got some good parts. It goes right in the middle one right here. There we go. Alright. Any more goodies in there or no? No more butterflies? Wow, Lego, that's kind of stingy. Trying to hide all the good parts from me. These would make good lemons or I'm going to say apricots, but I don't know. They're kind of cool though. And then this one goes over here. In fact, I've been looking in, since I've been doing a lot of the cord cutting here. I've been cord cutted for a long time. Trying to do it even more though. And I got a media server that needs to be severely updated. And I've been thinking about getting Tableau, that little thing that you use, the one with the 4 TV tuners. And I was thinking about getting that as a network television tuner. And just hooking up to the TV antenna so I can have access to television on the iPad or the phone. And I was like, well, I can have access to it to a smart computer or PC, or you know, a smart TV or a computer. And no, it wouldn't. It's not compatible with it yet. And I thought, well, that's kind of a showstopper for me because I need something that works on everything, where my little contraption works on everything. Because I use Next PVR for the front end, and I wrote my own back end software up so I can access it. And yeah, I was like, well, it'd be nice to have that working. And there's another one I want to get, but they make you pay a monthly fee to have access to the TV guide, and I'm like, well, and it's closed source too. Like, I don't want to drop money into something like that right now, but Tableau looked pretty good. I can find it on a good deal. I'd like to get the 4-tuner one because everybody here is television watching. They like watching television, and I watch it later on. I watch it either on YouTube or something like that. But, speaking of that, though, apparently, I guess Windows 10 is ending its support at the end of the year. I thought we had until 2025, so my computer is just at that point where it reaches the cutoff date, so I'm going to have to build myself a new computer. Let me get a nasty little spider in here. So, guess what? I will be building a new computer. I already have the funds saved up for a computer. And yes, I will build my own. Okay, so here's the deal. This is separate, and this is separate. So bag one essentially does this items, but these can be broken down. And we have a few extra ones of these. I got one extra slope here. Did I miss one somewhere? Yes, I did. Well, I got it there, but I didn't put it here. Let me go back here. Always check your work. I cannot emphasize that more, guys and gals. Always check your work. Because I made a mistake and I caught it. Thank goodness I can fit that in there. And yeah, so this is meant to have more pieces added to it. And that here, and that's a lot of parts. That's what we have remaining here for bag one. Not too bad. Alright, let's see what's in bag two. And I have a feeling we're not done with all this yet here, so. Alright. Well, it's obviously raining parts. And, yeah, I'll make sure all those are out of there. Yeah, I think I'm going to be best to do at least an hour. I'm going to try to do 4 bags or an hour's worth of content first. Yeah, Lego, you really do need to improve these smaller paper bags. I don't like to have to chase down parts. You know, make them where they can open at the very top or something. But tearing them right in the middle and having the parts just splatter all over the place is not really, you know. And if it were up to me, I'd probably ding off points the way the set's packed. But, alright, oh goodness. So we got some scratched pieces here. Well, except for the smudge that just came off my hands. Actually, no, this is actually pretty good. I think we're using that for water anyways, but still. Okay, and yeah. So we got to put our minifigures together. Let's get these out of the way. And yeah, we got the little orangutan with the baby orangutan on the back here hopping along. So maybe it's going to take forever to get to the plane. Maybe it's waiting for its flight. We don't know. So right now I'm just starting to set up minifigures and getting them ready to go here. Well, obviously we're putting together something else. So here we go with this guy with the chin hair. I tried that one time. I looked like a douchebag, so I shaved that sucker right off. It just wasn't for me. And let's see here. And got your pants. And let's see. And ignore the profanities right now. These make great vanilla wafer cookies. So I'm going to get some more of those. Those look like Nutter Butters. If you ever had those are always good. You know, making everybody hungry for cookies. Now, did they have... Okay, she's got that sassy look, that winky eye. Does he have a... Oh, he's nothing special. He's only got one side. Alright, well, we got that. We also got to find the camera, too. So it may take us an hour to do accessories. Yeah, look at that scruffy hair. If you don't have the flippy shag hair, that was the next go-to item. Extra tousled for your entertainment. He's got the surgical gloves too. So he's done, but she needs a camera. And we found the lantern. We don't need that. That's not a camera. Here's the camera right there. We've seen that around a million times. And yeah. Oh. Those make great cardboard boxes. Alright, so we got the camera, and she holds on to the camera. When I do the tours on these, usually when I do the minifigure tours, I'll just do that. Usually I'm getting back into doing figure tours because people want to see the minifigures that come with the set. There you go. I think we're done with that. Well, obviously they're taking a picture of the orangutan. We're going to call him an orangutan or a gorilla, one of the two. And the hand that's cupped goes on this side right here. And they got to be cupped inward. So, you know, I'm sure you could probably pop them off, but to me, I only want to do it once. So there you go. So you get two gorillas. Not too bad. Matter of fact, if they were in dark brown, would be better too, or light brown. Be great for a zoo. If you're thinking about building a zoo, there you go, right there. And that takes care of the accessories. So far it looks like parts 1 and 2 are isolated. I'm hoping it stays like that, because if it does, then you can easily just build this with a group of people. I'm looking for group value. Is this a group build? I used to say collaborative build. Now it's more of a group build. And we got a fried egg. That's printed. How many of those tiles do we get in there? Okay, we get 3 fried eggs. Cool. Now we get 4. And this is in white. I need that in white for a future tutorial. There you go. I am ready to go on that one. Okay. And looking for a sand green round brick. My goal is to try to get all these sets done today, or this one. And yeah, because I'm going to start setting up for the campground. I may do it. I want to do it after I get done with the set build. Unboxings are one thing, but I don't want to just right in the middle of building it and then stop right there and do that. That gets to be too much. I like these bricks with bow that are transparent, like these right here. You want to add some texture to your water. There we go. And this is another little example of terrain here. I was hoping this right here would be a... Matter of fact, if you're building a zoo, you could practically drop that right into a zoo. Like into a cage. You know, I just give everybody ideas. You know, this is stuff that I see in my mind. I'm missing another round tile. There it is. I got that out of the way. And we got a blue fish being held by the holder. The fish is floating in the void. And he's upside down. We want to make it look like he's alive. And that is in, I think, in light royal blue. If you're looking for fish for your aquarium, that's a nice one to have. Now, why do I show some of these parts off in here? Is some people may be interested to see something. Oh, I'd like to find that part. And now I know what set it's in. That kind of deal. And I think I'm going to have to order a replacement light. This one is starting to dim out on me. If it goes black, then you know what happened. But it keeps flickering and flashing. I'm going to try it in a light fixture for an hour. If it's doing the same thing in another light fixture, then I can roll that out. I might have one more. I think I buy them in pairs. But I will check when I'm done with the filming here on this. Or if it breaks down, which one comes first. Alright, so let's get going here a little bit. And we got this right here. So using that as a little waterfall. There we go. And I forgot to put these on top of one another. Now, some of these colors in here are kind of like vomit colors, but like that green there, but it's supposed to be a jungle. It's supposed to be swampy looking. That's what I always associate it as swampy colors. So, for me, yeah, not my favorite color. Nice terrain. Nice terrain parts. Ooh, we get a nice magenta frog. I don't think I've seen any of those before in that color. It's a poisonous frog. It'll lick you and you turn into a toad or something. Okay. So bags 1 and 2 are actually joined together because this goes over here. So unfortunately, this is not going to be collaborative so bad, but you just need to build this in order to attach that. And that's what it looks like right there. Okay. And yeah. And after you're done with that, let me build some kind of an air-powered watercraft. I've seen these in orange before. Now we got them in orange. Cool. Yeah, I got to clean off the video camera too. The memory card's been filling up. When you're just doing review after review after review, it's mass building. It's just mass building at this point. And I'd like to get back into my stuff. Here's a part that I've been getting a whole bunch of, is these inverted bricks with bow. If you want good inspiration, start with a city set. Lego kind of strips all the features out of a lot of these builds that are built in real life, so just come back in and put the fancy stuff back in there and you're done. You are done. Alright, where are we at here? Okay, I have to go check on something here. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now we can get back into the build. Where did we leave off? Okay, now I gotta put some tiles on here. And there it goes, dingy dingy again. And I can always use these for, they're dark blue, but they're good for slate slopes, for like slate roof. So we could use that. And why doesn't that go in? Well, that's just falling apart. So far, this set, I'd say, is still at a 10. Build, in, like engaging. Am I really into the build? There's a keyboard. What is with all the phones going off? Oh, from my game. I bet that's going to get a sticker. Looking for a radiator grill. In fact, I don't even know what I was saying. Alright, let's see here. We're missing a radiator grill. Okay, and it's white too. We got this. Let's start pulling out parts until we can find it. Means we'll be here for a while. I'm going to put this right here and just start sorting out parts. Round stuff on this unleveled counter just makes it very tough. Very tough. If I can't find it, then it's missing a part, but I'll check the bags. I saw this under my thing, under my workbench for inventory, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be honest with you guys and girls. I saw this and I thought, well, I don't want to put this together. Okay, I found it. But it's here. I wish I could pick the sets that I'm interested in. Okay. I'm putting that on airplane mode. I'm tired of hearing that going off. Well, that's just somebody trying to annoy me and getting my attention. It's not even work related. Alright, and these are, they look like titanium. I think that's the color Lego uses. Slightly lighter than black. Call it a titanium. It's got a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. And they go on both sides like that. And the orangutan or whatever is really slowly going along here, and I like these corner tiles. Those are cool. And now this right here. Jay, you think you'll have all these sets done by Christmas? I should. There's a lot of sets to do. It's just a lot of stuff. And if you're like me, and if you like me and you don't like building sets, and you're in this program, you're going to be... Here's the deal. I can always tell them no. That I'm not interested in a specific set. Like, if they say, hey, here's an offer, I have to physically email them and say, no, I don't want it. Because if not, they just send it to me anyways. Now imagine if I passed away, they would still be sending sets to the house. You'd think that I would be able to confirm it first. Some companies are like that. They just send things out until you physically opt out of it. But all the same, though, if I forget to accept an offer, that's probably why they did it, because a lot of people weren't getting their emails. And this is an appropriate size steering wheel for this. And yeah, so it works both ways, though. Okay, we got the radio here. We can listen to the jazz station while we're running on our aircraft. But that doesn't want to go in, huh? Like that. It's not too bad. That's a really nice little thing if you're doing that. And they have her riding this right here without a safety vest. And that's it for that. Not too bad. Okay, now let's start building. There goes the phones again. Yeah, I got about 5 or 6 devices in here. Some that I use for developing. Now I see why people don't like phones going off when they're doing their lectures in school, because it really is irritating. So don't have your phones, or don't even watch my YouTube videos if you're in school. This must be some kind of an infirmary. I don't know what this is yet. Alright, I have this here to hold the minifigure's legs, so that's like a leg strap, and they use that as a pillow. It looks a lot better than some of the pillows I've been building. And a blue lantern. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's in it's like it's in that titanium color too. Put that down there. Must be the visitors area. Whoops, this is actually supposed to go on, and we're supposed to set them on like that. Okay, well, I did it backwards, but you know, that's how it is. And we got a crate here. You put your poached eggs or whatever they're called in there. So that's where you throw your food at when you don't want to eat it. Just make sure you have one of these by your side of the dining room table, so if your wife is cooking a meal you don't like, you can just throw it in there. There you go. I probably won't remember if that's even in there. And then we have an antenna just randomly sticking out of the table. I got so many of these little antennas, they're not even funny. Like, I'd use them for vehicles, but I got a bunch of these now. I just kind of all over the place. Alright, now we're going to start tackling the sticker sheet. We need sticker number 7, which is that right there. And that goes on this piece here, which is a book cover. But I've been seeing Lego using these for laptops lately. And that's the best I can get that on there. Yeah, the score is starting to slowly drop on this one a bit, and it's stickers. I'm not trying to go too hard on stickers, but if that were printed, that'd be really cool for like a laptop, for maybe a mock or something. And it's like a laptop from the 90s. It doesn't even close too, so you just stay open all the time. Must be more like a workstation. Okay, then what is this for? Is that like the radio antenna to receive the internet? The Wi-Fi antenna? And then we have this here. Maybe it's a baby bottle, we don't know. Where the eggs come out. Oh, okay, we got ourselves a little burner here, a little propane stove. That's what that looks like right there. And a frying pan on top. Pretty cool. I bet one of those egg tiles is going in there. Well, yeah. We have this at the bottom. Just go with me on this one here. Put some of this in here. And then this right here on the top. This is pretty cool if they just made this piece in that color. This looks like a nice bun here. This must be the little kitchen area. And then they show that the one egg tile goes in here. Like that. So it might be just a little campsite. Looks like something you'd see in Star Wars and anything else. And now, okay, we're not done yet, folks. We still got parts. Jay, like you're having fun. That's okay. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so these have to be perpendicular to one another, so they're like crisscross like that. So one's facing one way, and like that. You got to make two of those. And I don't know how critical those are. Oh yeah, I was looking at prices for campsites. It's about $100 a night where this place I'd stay at, up in the Sierras. And I thought, wow. And then I was looking at renting a cabin for the same amount of days, and it was a little bit more money, but I didn't have to have a camper or anything like that. And I thought, well, I'd rather have that already made. I'm not really into that. Oh, wait a minute. I read that wrong. You're not supposed to have them. They're supposed to be they're supposed to be lined up with one another like that. Okay, I looked at that wrong. Start with one in first, and then I'll put the other one in there, or attempt to. And there you go. That egg has just been flopping around in there. And this kind of goes over, so this is like an awning here. And swings up like this. Must be a little, one of those little porch swing things. And that right there is it for booklet 1. And let's see here, how far did we get today on this? That's not too bad. And in spite of all that we built there, that's what we have remaining. So it seems like bag 1 just does accessories. Even with the egg that flies out of the frying pan. Alright, let's open up bag 3. Let's build with some Legos. Yes, I use that with an S. Alright. Here we go. It's been like 30 minutes later, but... So I have a feeling this is... Let me move that out of the way there. I have a feeling we're going to start doing the plane. We've only used one sticker. Well, we found part of a motorbike. So I think what I'm going to do is probably do bags 1, 2, and 3, and if time permits, I'll do 4. Oh, wow. Bluish green palisade bricks. I haven't seen log bricks in that color before. Okay. And now we are moving on to booklet 2, which is this big monster. So we're going to do this in accessories. Oh, Miss Undercut is back. Oh, I hope we're putting her together next. We won't know until we find her. Miss Undercut. Probably won't be putting her together. Oh, yeah, we are. I had somebody that literally says, oh, that's not an undercut, it's backwards. I'm like, no, that's not how Lego puts it. So Miss Undercut is back. We've seen her in a bunch of Lego sets with the same hair, with the same face and everything. So I think she's the same person. She's like the mechanic and everything. She likes working on stuff like I do. Okay, I could always use sand green. Okay, let's see here. We also need a couple things out of this bag here, which is everything, so I'm going to keep that over there. Alright, Miss Undercut, we're going to call her that. She's always got the wrench. And she's got the helmet on, but we're going to leave the helmet off just so we can expose all her beauty. Matter of fact, I've seen that head being used on some guy figures too. It's a nice torso. Oh yeah, I'm done with that video, so guess what I can do? Well, if I can get to the power adapter, I need to plug in the light. There we go. There we go. Now I can turn on some light on there. There we go. Okay, where's the hair? It's like a dark red, which I probably won't find on this mess. Oh, there it is. Somebody had told me, well, it's supposed to be worn like that. You could do that, but they always show it on her like this. No, I've never had my hair like that. Pompadour style, but never where it's hanging over one side. Unless I didn't comb it that day and I get up the next morning. Yeah, it's a mess. One time, one of my buddies never seen my hair all messy before, and I had a pompadour, and he goes, "Oh my goodness, how long is it?" It's about 6 inches. So it would be like all floppy on top. It's like that's before I had to put all that gunk in there to make it look good. Okay, so she's done. Miss Undercut. Or she could be married, we don't know. And now we have to find the helmet. Yeah. Oh, that's almost backwards. Almost made a mistake. I still put them on backwards. Y'all ready for summertime? I'm not. There you go. So I'm not going to put this on her just because we got to expose that undercut. So she's been around in a bunch of sets. Alright, so she's done. And now we are going to build the motorbike. Oh, I haven't seen one of these fences in a long time. And guess what? I have a tutorial that uses those too that's coming up. What is it? You'll have to go to my members only tab to get that. Or maybe it's Patreon. I can't remember which one it had. Alright. The forks. Alright, that's how it goes together. Alrighty. I probably will never take that apart again. Which way those go on? Okay. So I guess you can change the color of this if you wanted to. So right now we got a bunch of big pieces, and what are we doing? We're building all little accessories first. So we're not even getting close to anything big just yet. So usually this is where I burn my time up right here, is just trying to piece together everything, and I think that's a white stud. Like that for the headlight. Okay. And we got the bags, or the bag, or the rear here. Yeah, I'm still learning how to use a spring compression tool. Heard you don't mess with loaded springs. That's kind of got me worried, so I'm trying my best. And tonight, when I get done with all this, we're going to have pancakes for dinner. Oh, and today is I think the 20th of May, 2024, and I cannot wait to get May out of the way. I hate this month. Some of you know why, but I hate it. So I cannot wait for it to be done. Didn't think I'd hate a month so bad, but I do. Okay. I'm assuming the snap goes in the back here. Alright, and it goes down because we have the walkie-talkie, so that she must be radioing into the home base. Swing those down, and that's probably the radio that... No, the radio is on the Watercraft. There we go. Anybody remember those family radios? Would have like 14 channels, and those were always fun to mess around with when you're camping. And ooh, these are in silver metallic. Oh man, I have these in gray, but yeah, now I have them in that color. Now I just got to find a couple more of those and get some nice motorbikes with some nice chrome rims on them. And it looks like it just snaps right in there. That's easy. Not bad. Oh, this one doesn't want to go in. Alright, what am I doing wrong here? Let's see here. Maybe I'm not putting it in right. No, the headlight's starting to come apart. Boy, you're really going to have to force that one in. There we go. Okay. Put the handlebars back up. So this is probably for Miss Undercut. She's got a nice bike, but yeah, that'd look good in your city. Yeah, they have her on that, but you know what? She's going to brave it and not wear a helmet. We're done with that. Now we get to build the big thing. The big stuff. Because I'm tired of looking at little pieces. Here we go. And then, yeah. I may do... I don't know yet. I have to think on it here. Let's take a look here. Alright, I have some time. And looks like we're getting bright orange. I guess they use the darker orange or reddish orange, whatever, for the city stuff. Oh, wait a minute. We're looking for 1x2s. Okay, like that. And looking for some jumper plates. Okay, we need to open up the bag for the frames. Let's see here. Dump that out too. Alright. We got to prepare one of these. These are good to use for building, if you're building statues or stuff like that in brick built. They're pretty good for frames. I use these in a couple of my builds, and you won't see them in tutorials because they're pretty advanced for filming wise, but that's what I use these for. And let's see here. And then this goes... Okay, this goes like this. Like that. And did I forget something? I forgot to put the white things in there, the white little stud things. Yeah, it's all big stuff now. We're getting to the big things. Just got to find the little pegs that go in there first. Alright. So, well, I can't even grab one. There's 3 of them up here and I couldn't even grab one of them. And then get the baby poop green in there. Okay. And then we need another frame to attach to it. It tells us to flip it over. I can hear the phone go ding again. I already checked it. It was something related for work. And right now, it is my lunch break. I need a break. Alright, and then now... Yeah, this is going pretty quick. I think maybe I may just do bag 4. And then we'll stop there. These have the things on both sides. Okay. And this goes like that. Okay. And yeah, we need another frame. So if you're looking for a build that's, you know, if you're looking for a jungle set like this, yeah, to me it's just, is it keeping my interest? Yeah, not really, to be honest with you. It's kind of, I'm not really into aviation builds, like planes and stuff, so it's just, at this point you know, it's not something I'm highly interested in. Now, does that mean I'm going to fail this set? No. I'm just not into this type of build. And we got to build 2 of these. And that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad set. Just not my thing. It's not, got nice parts in it though, so we know what's going to happen to those. Take all those out of there. Part this set out pretty quick. In fact, I got literally bins of sets that I hadn't even parted. And I need to get on it one day and just start going through it and just parting out sets. Usually I catalog sets. I already know the parts are there. Then when I need a part off of it, I'll bring the model in here and just rip the parts off that I want off that specific model. That's what I've been doing. And then I part the whole thing out, not just the parts in here, but put the whole thing back into the collection. Okay, and then these go on here. So this must be the chassis of the plane. Or a helicopter, actually. Yeah, it's a very big helicopter at that. Okay, do we need to build 2 of these or just 1? Let me do that. There we go. But you notice I'm kind of spending more time rifling through parts. Okay, let's see, I think this goes here, but we have those Technic pieces. Okay, I'm glad now I checked, it's actually backwards. It goes like that. Okay. Yeah, so far getting to the main build, it's fine. I'm just not really interested in this type of build. The box looked kind of gloomy, and you know, that sometimes doesn't serve justice, but it feels like I'm putting more of a Technic set than anything. Of course, we haven't got to anything exciting. It's like when I build my own campers and stuff, usually the chassis are the lame part of the build because you got to set a stage up. Literally, you got to build a stage just to put the rest of it on there. Like that. And then we just finish this up here with these. strengthen up the base. I got plenty of 4x10 plates and 6x10s. Not in the colors that I want, but I got plenty of them. Really making sure that's mushed down. And then your fingers can go raw after a while. Anything that goes there? Nope. Okay. Alright. Looks more like a pontoon boat than anything else. Alright. I need to get a couple of these. I'm trying to get parts for planes. I'd like to build me a passenger jet. And I need to find some parts. The wings, the cockpit, stuff to make the fuselage. The interior stuff I could do myself. And obviously a plane is bigger than a fifth wheel. So, yeah. Alright, so looks like this gets joined here. It doesn't really show you here, but it's just what I'm assuming right here. It's the way they have it presented maybe. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Sometimes I'm working a little fast, but for some say I build slow. It just depends. Like this set here is just meh. I had somebody one time call me and says, I thought you'd be excited for this set. I'm like, I just can't get into certain builds. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I can't just like every set that comes in here. You know. So far, the score on this set, I'm going to say the building guides are somewhat a little vague. Stickers are not too bad at this point. I'm going to say probably a 9.8. It's robust. I mean, I'm just looking at instructions at this point here. I don't know what the age limit on this set is. I've already put the box up in the other room right now because I already, take this brick zipper and stick this in here and push that down. But for the most part, though, it's not a bad set. It's just not my, it's not my style of build. Remember what I always said, though, I can't like everything. This is probably one of them. Alrighty, we are putting orange stickers on orange tiles. Alright, we need to get 4 of these here. Very last step, I bet you, huh? Exactly. And we need sticker number 3, which is these with just some dots on them. Lego, why do you print that on there? So, looks like I am going to be stickering it up for a bit. And I'm having a hard time getting orange on orange. And the color of orange doesn't quite match that. It's a little darker. Wow, Lego. I've seen you do the transparent stuff, but it's always air bubbles that get underneath it. I reviewed a city set. Like, it only had it had a bunch of printed parts, but just a few stickers. See, this one's crooked. I'm going to say a 9.7 after this, because these are kind of hard to put on. And yeah, somebody says that's a personal issue. You can't get these stickers on right. I can get them on straight, and I hear that all the time too. And then I'll watch their video. I'm like, yeah, you got them on straight, dude, but how long did it take you to do that? But for me, I did a set that was mostly printed stuff. A city set, I might add. And I was like, wow, it got a really high score of like 9.9. And I mean, I just shaved off a little bit for stickers. And yeah, some parts that were kind of tricky, but it wasn't too bad. Okay. Well, we're getting slow. These we're nibbling at this. We're not doing it all at once. Let's go here. But I'm just not a fan of stickers. If you're paying $100 for a set, it should not be stickers. I don't know what this one is. I think it was $99. I couldn't remember now. I'd have to pull up the info sheet again. And that is it for bag 3. And I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue on with bag 4. Okay, I think we are going to wrap up with bag 4, and this feels like it's got some big parts, so let's see what we have in here. Let's get this all out of the way. We're still working on that, still chopping away at stickers. Oh, more goodies. I'm hoping there's some nice parts in this. I bet that's going to get a sticker. Ooh. These make great fire rings for camping. Oh, I like this right here. Titanium chest. You get 2 of those. And we have the lids for those too. Oh, that's even better. That'd make a great chest for like anybody who is actually doing military builds, or a pirate chest, or a hope chest, or even better yet, put this in the back of a pickup and you got yourself a bed toolbox. All right. Go back onto this again. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the stickers over there. I'm going to start sorting out parts here, because there's a lot of stuff. I found this out to actually go faster. So I need 2 of these. So what am I going to do? Just keep mining out all the parts until I find them. And then it'll go faster because we won't have to go through as many parts. Orange bricks are hard for me to find, especially bricks with bows. We got that. I'm glad I'm starting to pull those out now because I actually need them. When I get out of here, I got to do a bunch of video. I got to do a bunch of video editing too and reviews. And I'm going to see if I can start preparing parts for the terrain for the campground. I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 sessions of that will be fine. And then we can get on to go into the outdoor amphitheater, because that's part of the campground gig. I really want to get into that before it gets summertime. I really like to squeeze that out because I already got tutorials to fill that in, but I'd like to do something a little different though, and instead of just cranking out tutorial after tutorial after tutorial. Alrighty, let's start with these first. And you can see what I'm doing there. You know, yeah, you can now. Alright. Tells you to put the panels in there. We're going to put those in last. Usually I show the arrows and showing that's the last piece, like how they did it here. So I'm assuming that that would be the last type of part we're putting in. Of course, it's your Lego set. You can build it any way you want. And then a couple of plates on top of that. You know, I have yet to build an orange vehicle, but every time I think of it, I think it's DOT, Department of Transportation colors, like road construction guys. Oh, remember going on vacations? That was the most boring part when you're stuck behind road construction. Especially when you're like getting close to where you're supposed to be at. And bam, right there you got hit with road construction. And you're like less than 10 minutes away from the campground or wherever your destination is. And it's like, you're kidding me. Even I can't sit for too long, and I'm stuck in the car in traffic. It's like, why can't I just get out of here and go do something, you know, while they're doing that? And that's not how it works, but it's like, oh, just hurry up and get the road stuff done. Anybody's ever remember road construction? Hey, I don't miss that at all now. I remember my dad would be like, he'd pull behind them guys like, oh man, how many of these guys are standing and leaning up against their shovels making people wait? And then when they would let you go, and the guy motioned you go, you'd sit there and look, and these guys were just sitting there leaning against their spaded shovels. You're like, really? I don't see any work going on. And usually when road construction happens, they're doing it in summer, when everybody's off. I'm thinking, really? Oh, okay, now we put those in there. Must be the rear of the aircraft. But yeah, road construction. I always hated those. I remember one time there was this guy that was so angry he got out and blared out his hippie music while he was waiting, and I thought, dude, I don't want to hear that depressing stuff. And I thought, oh, it was like the most longest 20 minutes I ever had to wait. And I thought, everybody was getting squirmy in the car. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I can't do nothing. We're stuck here. Here's a part that I don't have a lot of in this color, is these 1x1 by 1 2/3 brick with the 2 studs on the side. But yeah, road construction is never fun. That's the part of the vacations I never miss. Well, I miss them now because my dad's not around, but that was the hell it was. But every vacation's not complete without road construction. So that's how it was. I mean, I'm sure you guys and gals out there probably hit it. I hit it on every day to go to work, so it's not a big deal to me. Matter of fact, what's worse is when you're stuck behind a train. That's even worse. Just going to skin the side there. That's when it's really bad. In fact, I was in downtown, and sure enough, I got nailed with the train. And it was like 30 minutes, burned half through my lunch break. I was not in a good mood. I'm like, you guys are, what are you doing? You know? And those are silver metallic. I got a bunch of those. I was like, yeah. Yeah, be careful. This is kind of wiggly here. Yeah, but road construction. But once you got your destination, it was worth it. Unless wherever you were going was closed, and it's happened one time. You got to go back through all that nonsense again. That was never fun. And you got to put a bunches. I didn't surprise they didn't use a 1x4 brick with bow in there. They call them brick with arch, but I call them brick with bow. Lego's got some names for this stuff that I can hardly ever remember. And these work good for making bedspreads and comforters and stuff. But yeah, I mean, going on vacations and have to deal with road construction, that's never fun. But you know what, though? That was part of the gig. You had to deal with it. And no matter how much you check and see if there's any road constructions on the map or whatever, especially now with GPS and all that stuff, no, it didn't matter because they still dinged you for it. Okay, these go here. Well, then why don't we set those there? Oh, we need 4 of them. Alright. I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys and gals. Now, let's continue on finishing this behemoth up. Okay, it's supposed to hang over like that. Okay, right there. Yeah, I got to learn how to use that spring compression tool. I was watching some videos on how to remove the springs out of my door to keep the doors open, and I just wasn't squeezing it tight enough or using the tool correctly. And for me, messing with loaded springs is not going to be fun, so I got to be very careful here. I bet it's duplicated on both sides, so that is what we're going to be doing here. Oh, wait a minute, I got that in the wrong spot. That's supposed to be a 1x6 there. I don't know how critical it is, so let's pull that off there. So I just got to go in there, clamp the spring, compress it down enough to pull it out of the little locking plate in there, and then just pull it. What I'm going to do is put the tool and the spring inside of maybe a steel coffee can or something. So if that tool decides to release, it'll be in there, not in. Too, I got to get me a good pair of safety glasses, so in case something happens, I don't poke anything out. You only get a pair of eyes. You don't want to lose them. Yep, titanium chest. Okay, so the syringes go in there. Okay. I don't know what goes in the other one, so we'll do that later. They go with the lid opening like that. Okay. And this goes right here. I'm assuming this one goes over here. And this chest goes over here. I'm going to put that chest over here now. Yeah. I did my own air condition service in my car, and one of my buddies says, oh, it's probably not going to work that well. I don't know. It's been going on 3 years. I haven't had a leak. You know? When you do the work yourself, you take more pride in it. If you take it to somebody else, they kind of rush through it. That kind of thing. We got a medical bag there, so I guess that's supposed to be detached from the side. Now we rotate around and we work on this side here. We already did the tiles. So indeed, this is just an empty chest. At least they show you which way it opens there. That's cool. Oh, that's right. The gardeners are here. Yeah. Oh no. Today's only Monday. That is the garbage man. Picking up all those Lego boxes. No, I recycle mine. We always have a thing that I always talk about in our Discord. Say, guys, I got so much Lego, I'm going to start throwing it in the trash. Just put it in the dumpster. Oh, Jay, tell me where you live so I can go by there and clean that dumpster out. I'm like, I'm just kidding. You know. Must be some kind of medical bag. Okay, now we got a sub-step here. Okay. So I am going to see, once I get some stuff done, I'm going to see if I can reuse that compression tool again and see if I can tighten. I watched several YouTube videos. There's this guy that just shows you how to do this stuff all the way down to the T. I don't want to take my doors down to a mechanic or a body shop because I heard they cut wires. Mine has all the power stuff, alarm stuff, and I don't want them cutting things. And I mean, when I take things apart, I take it down to the component level, I unplug things, but I don't go in there with the, oh, I'm going to change the pins out on my doors. Guess what I'm going to do? Just go in and start cutting wires. Let's go cut all those wires out. Plus, I don't need to pull the door all the way off. I just need to move the door about 2 inches to replace the bushings. And that's it. You know what? Is there 2 of these? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I bet you anything that this is a mirror. And that's what we're going to do. Let's mirror this thing. Because I looked at it and thought, we got duplicate parts. So that's what we're going to do here, is mirror this. Hey, I caught myself. I would have made a mistake. So yeah, I just got to learn how to use that tool a bit more. I learn new things every day, guys and gals. You're never too old to learn something new. So I just need to get a good pair of gloves and some safety goggles or glasses or something, and that's what it looks like so far. And I got to go in and really, I think it's a number 13 or 13 millimeter wrench, so I got to use it for the tool. And yeah, it's a tool that just goes like this. You stick it in the spring and the coils. You got to make sure it's really in there, and it clamps it down, compresses it, and you just pull it out. I wasn't doing it right, so now I gotta, when I get done with this, see if I can get some spare time. I'm gonna try doing that and hope I don't break anything, and I'm talking about body parts. Alright. Alright, put that in there. Oh man, just imagine trying to get those. Oh, those are printed. Ooh, how am I going to get that out? I have a pick that pulls those out, but yuck. You know what these would be good for? These tiles? Be good for air conditioned parts. Well, right now they're being used for this. Okay. And some yellow cross axles. Where do these go? I don't really know. I don't see where they would go just yet, but we will find out here eventually. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Put the jumper plates on that one. Let's put those on real quick. Oh, I see where they go. Okay. Alright, so this one goes here, and this one goes right over here like this. There you go. Okay, it tells me to build another one, which we just did. Alright, we're done with that. Okay, now I can come in here and work on the top. And yeah, at least the build's starting to pick up a little bit for me anyways, but yeah, not really my thing. I think everybody's going to get the set if they find it on sale, probably for the orangutans. Okay, so this locks all this together. I'm just going to pinch right here and hold that in. I don't want that to come flying off. See how this is kind of wiggly here? Yeah, I got to be careful with this. Alright, and then help if I do it the right way. This goes on the top. Kind of a waste of a frame for that. Now it's stronger. See how wiggly that is? Just that 1x6 plate really did fortify those up a bit. And that is it, I believe. Yeah. We will put this gentleman together later. So, we still got a good chunk of stickers left. So I got bags 5, 6, and 7 for the next installment. And so far, I think we said the score in the set was probably a 9.8, 9.7. I'm going to say 9.7 now. Just that's what we have remaining there. And for the most part, though, it's not a build that I'm interested in, but it's for what it is now. It's pretty sturdy. Obviously, this is meant for play, and we got plenty of accessories too. So for final summation of thoughts, it's an okay set for me. Nothing that I'm just chomping to bits to build. I saw it underneath the workbench and I thought, well, I got to get it going. Let's put that over here because right now I'm getting prepared for the thumbnail. Let's set it up real quick for thumbnail use. And yeah, you are getting lots of accessories. You are getting a lot of stuff here. You're not getting shortchanged on accessories. There's a lot of things going on here. And yeah, we got our figures here. She's not falling down, I'm surprised. We got Miss Undercut here with her wrench ready to fix things. Or maybe she breaks it, we don't know. And yeah, so that's just bags 1 through 4 so far. Let me get it to where you can see it better than I can. And that's it. And so far, I'm happy with the build quality. It seems pretty robust. We haven't finished yet. For play value, you can tell this is meant to be played with. But for the most part, though, this right here I'm not quite satisfied with here. It's just kind of really flimsy. But I think more people are just getting this for this. I don't know, I'm just not liking the color scheme of it, but it's meant to be a jungle aircraft. Tell me what you think so far.